Another episode of our show where my son, who asks me annoying questions about cricket, is going to ask me annoying questions about cricket, but we're going to film them this time. And today's question is...
Who are the 10 most talented cricketers of all time?
Is it you? Do you want to be on this list?
I wish.
So when you talk about talent, can you explain to me what you think you mean?
You know, like, not good on the...
You don't mean stats-wise?
I don't mean stats-wise. I mean, like...
Pure natural talent.
Yes.
But maybe they didn't even have great records. Is that what
Yeah.
you're looking for? Okay. Can you give me an example of someone you think should be on that list?
Rashid Khan?
But he has great stats. But you still have him on that kind of list.
Does he?
Yeah, he has great stats.
Ooh.
How dare you attack Rashid Khan's stats here?
Malinga.
Malinga has great white ball stats. But his red ball stats weren't particularly good. I remember him bowling well in Australia once, but that's another story. Okay. So I think the most naturally talented cricketers are probably more likely to be...
Indian and Australian because of their pitches.
No.
Okay.
I like where you're going there, though. I think it's more likely to be all-rounders.
Like Richard Hatton.
So how hard is it to be great at one thing and then you're still really good at another thing?
It's hard.
So Ian Botham, for a period of time... England all-rounder, yep. For a period of time, Ian Botham had this incredible record where he was good enough to probably be one of the better batters in the world, and he was also good enough to be one of the best bowlers in the world at the same time. And I don't think throughout the rest of his career, he did everything he could to maximize the level of talent he had. So the rest of his career, he kind of tails off a little bit. Is that the kind of cricketer that you think should be on the most talented list? Because Sachin Tendulkar is really talented, right? Like no one says he's not in the 10 most talented players in the world. Or do you want Lara, who we know didn't spend as much time trying to be as talented as Sachin did? That's my question to you.
Let's make this question different, actually.
Oh my God.
Let's make it...
I just got the question right. Now go. What's your new question?
10 most talented spin bowlers.
Why would you do this?
Because I was thinking of batters, but like that's easy, kind of.
Okay. So who do you think the 10 most talented... So, but again, are you saying that is different to just the 10 best? So could I have a guy called Chuck Fleetwood Smith on this list?
You've got a hat of him, don't you?
Hey?
You've got a hat.
I based a whole show on Chuck Fleetwood Smith. He's one of my favourite cricketers of all time.
So when I mean talented, I mean they're really good at spin bowling. They can be one of the best of all time. So the whole list can't be the 10 best of all time. Okay,
so you don't want the 10 best of all time. You want
You can have some.
So we could have Chandrasekhar from India on this list.
Yes.
Even though he doesn't have great numbers, so he maybe can't dislodge some of the other players.
Murali can be on this list because he was very talented.
Yeah. Abdul Qadir from Pakistan doesn't have a great record, but he played in a time where he was still by far away the best spinner. So you're happy with Abdul Qadir to be on? Okay. And
Imran Tahir.
Imran Tahir. You want Imran Tahir?
Well, I just know his names. And he's a spinner.
So Imran Tahir played a few tests for South Africa. He was born in Pakistan. And he played cricket all around the world. And then I think he married someone in South Africa and he ended up playing for South Africa. He never did that well in Test cricket. So are we looking at overall talent or are we looking at specifically Test talent?
Overall talent.
Okay. No, that's good. So I might throw in a guy called Saqlain Mushtaq. Do you know who he is?
I've heard that name.
So
Bangladesh?
No, he was a Pakistani bowler. And he's the bowler who bowled the Dusra first. He wasn't the first one to actually bowl it because other people had bowled it before, but he's the one who made it popular and took a lot of wickets with it. And I think he was really good. His problem was he got overtaken by his own creation. Do you know what I mean by that?
Other people started doing it and he wasn't that good at it.
No, that's what happened to the guy that invented the wrong'un, the googly.
Oh, was that like that South African bowler?
It was an English bowler, Bernard Bosanquet. And then the South Africans. No, so what happened to Saqlain Mushtaq is different to what happened to Bosanquet. But you're right with Bosanquet. He taught other people and they all got better at it than he did.
He became so good at it that...
He wouldn't bowl his normal deliveries. So he was an off-spinner who could spin the ball the other way. And he got so obsessed by the fact he could spin the ball the other way.
Everyone just got so used to it.
They got used to it. Whereas actually if he'd used it more sparingly and when he needed to... And everyone eventually got used to it. And also the off-spinner is a better delivery than the Dusra. It spins more and it's more vicious. And so his off-spinner wasn't as good because of his Dusra. But talent-wise, I think Sakhalin Mushtaq was absolutely incredible. So we'll have him up there.
So who's on the list so far?
This isn't a real list, is it? Do you want a real list?
Just name
Who you want? A Warren? You want Murali?
I'll say Murali.
You want Rashid Khan?
Yeah. Warren, I don't really know. He was really talented.
I think Warren gets on this list, mate.
Warren can get on the list, yeah.
So if we can put Abdul Qadir and Sakhalin Mushtaq on, and Chandrasekhar.
Yes.
Do you want any modern Indian spinners? Do you want Kumble or Ashwin or Harbhajan or Jadeja? You want no modern Indian? Do you understand how the internet works? You probably don't.
I don't think Kumble and Ashwin were very talented.
Ashwin's pretty talented.
Ashwin.
Can we put Ashwin on the list?
Yes.
I wouldn't feel comfortable not having Ashwin on the list because I think he is one of the most talented spinners of all time.
Yeah, he's on the list, but I knew Kumble.
Okay.
He can get wickets, but I don't feel like he's that talented.
I mean, Anil Kumble's career. How many videos of Anil Kumble bowling have you watched?
One.
Fair play. You've at least watched one, so I'll give you that. Okay. So we've got about 7 on the list. Do you want to go back to any of the really olden day guys? So there's a guy called Clary Grimmett from Australia who invented the flipper, which you have to flick your fingers to bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah, imagine that. That's not easy, is it?
I'd push this out while spinning it.
Yeah, and so it gets backspin on it. It was a brilliant delivery.
Shane Warne does it, doesn't he?
And he got it. And Clary Grimmett was the man. So can I put him on the list?
Or was he really talented? Well, he
was very, very talented. I think there was a better bowler in his team, a guy called Bill O'Reilly.
I've heard of Bill O'Reilly.
But I think Clary Grimmett was more talented. I just think Bill O'Reilly was a better bowler. All right. And I have no idea what you mean by more talented, so I could be getting all this wrong. Okay. But I'm doing my best here, man. I mean, look what I'm working
with.
It's like
how much
never work with kids or animals. All right.
Like spinning it. Like if they invented a delivery, or if they're really good at this delivery, or if they're really good at spinning.
Yeah. Okay.
That means talent.
All right. We've got 2 spots left.
Now, I remember watching a video of spinners.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great Indian
spinners.
What about Bisham? Have you ever watched Bisham Beatty?
No.
So you don't want him on your list.
So
what about Jim Laker?
He's on it. Jim Laker, I've never seen him bowl, but I do know he's a good bowler.
Okay. You don't have to put him on. I'm throwing out names of older Lance Gibbs.
How many wrist spinners are on this list?
I don't know. I don't even know what the list is anymore. Someone's putting the list on the screen as we make this, so they'll remember. There's some wrist spinners. We've got Rashid Khan and we've got Sakhalin Mushtaq.
Spinner.
Okay.
Spinner.
And yet a minute ago you fought against Ashwin, but sure, you want another off spinner?
Ooh, Ashwin's.
So Jim Laker is an off spinner.
Ashwin's an off spinner.
You've got.
Is Jim Laker on the list now? Yes, he's on the list.
Okay, so now we have an off spinner on.
Yes, now we.
I was going to say there's 2 great off spinners from India, Venkat and Prasanna, and we're getting rid of them.
Jadeja, he's an off spinner.
You want Jadeja? What about Rangana Harath? Have you seen him?
Never seen him.
I think he was a very talented bowler as well.
Who do you think should be 10th? Well, this is.
So if it was me, I would go with a random spinner who I thought had lots of talent, who didn't actually maybe have a great career. That's why I wanted Chandrasekhar on as well. Not that Chandrasekhar didn't have a great career, but he could have done, I think, a lot more. Chuck Fleetwood Smith, I really like because he's a left-arm wrist spinner. But if you don't want old Chuck Fleetwood Smith,
just to say, there's one bowler I really want on the list, but I don't know his name. So he's a bowler. I've seen a clip of him. He bowled 85 miles an hour spin, and he won the finals for this year's what's it called? Not Blast, the other one.
I don't think anyone bowls 85 miles an hour spin. I think that's a little bit too quick.
80 miles an hour, one of those.
What country is he from?
Oh, I know he played for the orange team in what's that? I can't remember what the team.
Mustafizur Rahman.
No, that
wasn't the Fizz.
No, but that team. What was that format called? We missed the finals of it because we went on holiday.
What, the IPL? Oh, the 100.
The 100, yes, in the finals of the 100.
Yeah. Let's look it up. No, we can look it up.
He got 3 wickets in the last over, or 2 overs. Moeen Ali was on his team.
Birmingham Phoenix,
yes.
One eternity later.
Oh, Benny Howe.
Oh, he was a spinner. I'm going to say.
Is it Benny Howe?
I don't know.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, so Birmingham Phoenix didn't win the final.
Oh, sorry, the other one. The orange.
Birmingham Phoenix is the orange team.
Oh, the team that did win.
Okay,
Which team won?
the Oval Invincibles won.
Oh, really? It was a spinner.
I don't think they have.
They got them.
Well, Zampa's their spinner, man.
Oh, so then I've got this wrong.
So you have no idea who this person is.
Yeah.
If it's an orange shirt from the 100.
It said Skips on it.
Wait a minute.
Or maybe it wasn't 2024.
That's what I'm guessing. Maybe it was 2023. No, or 2022. Oh, you don't mean Pat Brown, do you?
I know he got 3 wickets at the end and won the game.
That's women's. That's Marizanne Cup.
Oh, she's a good player.
Man, she is good, but it's not what we're looking for, mate. Okay, but the orange team has never won a final.
So I don't know who this guy is then. Pat Brown. Who's Pat Brown? Look up Pat Brown. Does he play for Birmingham? Right arm pace, no.
No, but he's a pace bowler who bowls like a spinner.
Oh.
So there's Pat Brown.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to find I've got. Oh my God. So we've just spent all that time looking for Pat Brown, and I literally have his card here.
Let me see. Pat Brown, bowler, 74.
So
he went for 12 ones. That's not bad.
So I think.
74 bowling.
And we've also got Marizanne Cap. You said you liked her. Yeah. We also have Benny Howe somewhere, but I think that's downstairs. They're both guys who do it. So Benny Howe is interesting, but if we put him on this podcast, no one will ever talk to me again.
Why?
Because I always put Benny Howe on everything. But Benny Howe, I would suggest, is a spinner, but he's invented so many deliveries, but most people would say he's a medium pacer. But Pat Brown is a medium pacer who puts spin on the ball, which is more like the Fizz.
He did get 3 wickets at the end.
But you've seen the Fizz bowl, yeah? He does what the Fizz does.
But like a long time ago, and I don't remember.
That's fine. I don't think we can put any of those guys in the list.
So who should be 10th?
So we have one last spinner. Why don't you just pick your favourite spinner?
My favourite spinner? My favourite spinner doesn't deserve to be 10th.
Who is it?
He's too good for that. Someone who's just not 10th. But he'll be there. But who would it be?
Who's your favourite current spinner to watch?
I like watching Adam Zampa.
That's who I thought you would want to put on the list. Do you want Adam Zampa on your list?
Yeah.
I mean, it's your list. You're making up these rules as we go. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's my list now.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Zampa.
Yeah, your list is wrong. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next time.